Dear participants of the conference Collins 2022, let us introduce our presentation on hyperbole in To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Reduction data versus representing data versus verification. Presented by Marta, Nataliia, Kunanets, and Bekhtaa. The study of the semantic and lexical components of hyperbole in Harper Lee's novel To Kill a Mockingbird has been the focus of the research article. The study's goal is to examine hyperbole from many perspectives and from various angles. Furthermore, one of the objectives is to research and examine how hyperboles are utilized in communication and what purposes they serve, both in terms of how readers perceive information in the novel and how characters use them in conversation. To learn more about the goal of hyperbole generation, the task is to compare diverse forms and common elements of exaggeration in various circumstances. The urgency of the topic stems from the scarcity of studies of exaggeration in belles-lettres works of art, which has allowed us to study hyperbole's influence both in the literary environment and in simulating real-life situations. The study has been carried out by identifying exaggeration in To Kill a Mockingbird's text and defining its semantic and lexical aspects. Different forms and ways of realizing hyperbole have been discovered and characterized thanks to the classification of hyperbole. Furthermore, the research has described the functions of hyperbole in communication as well as how they are actualized in the novel's text. Certain hyperbole functions have been highlighted, including those that are commonly employed in communication and those that are utilized less frequently. The research article also includes statistics on how frequently certain hyperboles are utilized. This enables us to comprehend the role of hyperbole in communication and the regularity with which it is employed. In order to conduct the study, it is necessary to select a way of analyzing the chosen stylistic devices. In section 2, various types of hyperbole analysis have been examined and some methods of investigation have been chosen. First of all, the methods of data analysis have been selected, such as the analysis methods based on L.J. Malon's. Stages in Malon's analysis methods are called reduction data, representing data, and verification. The first stage has been extended as we have been using such methods as the observation method in order to find the needed data and descriptive, comparative, and functional methods as well in order to fully analyze the data. The classification of hyperboles has been taken from Clarider's hyperbole in English in order to analyze previously found research objects. As a result, the author employed both basic and composite hyperbole. We have investigated their significance and roles. Because there is only one domain of the word, basic hyperboles are simple to generate. Nonetheless, they have the desired impact. When it comes to composite hyperboles, they are more difficult to create because they involve a domain change. They do, however, have a higher and stronger impact on the reader's perception and emotions, resulting in more admiration. Let us take a look at how frequently basic and composite hyperboles are used. The frequency of use of basic and composite hyperboles in the novel has been investigated using a sample of the initial portions of the novel. Basic hyperboles are used more frequently than composite hyperboles, as we have seen. Single word, phrasal, clausal, and numerical hyperboles have all been studied. Single word hyperboles consist of only one word, which generates the intended exaggerated effect. Different word combinations are used to create phrasal hyperboles, which generate the desired effect. Clausal hyperboles have word components that are dispersed across the sentence or clause, which is why they are named clausal hyperboles. When it comes to numerical hyperboles, they are created using various sorts of numerals and contribute to larger scale hyperboles. Different time expressions have been investigated and compared in order to define the ratio of all time-defining words to hyperboles, which are created by using them. Those time expressions were words like years, hours, seconds, months, and weeks. All given words have been counted, and the ratio of all words to hyperbolic words has been defined. Accordingly to the time expressions provided above, the percentages of hyperboles in such words are as follows. Years is 19.2%, hours is 11.7%, seconds is 0%, month is 0%, and weeks is 28.6%. Their sum is equal to 17.27% of all of these keywords. All in all, we have noted that these time expressions are often used as hyperboles in their communicative aspect. The detailed information is given in Figure 2. In order to do an analysis of word identifiers of the semantic field quantity, we have done the same calculations as was done with the previous semantic field and analyzed the ratio. For detailed analysis of numeral hyperboles, we have chosen such quantifiers as thousand or thousands, hundred or hundreds. If we consider the statistics, we noted that there is only one word thousand in the novel, and it is a numeral hyperbole. Looking into statistics about numeral 100, we have observed that 21 words of 100 are presented, and 8 of them are numeral hyperboles. On this basis, we have claimed that 40.91% of the provided numerals are hyperboles. Quite a large percentage of numerals have become numeral hyperboles in order to achieve different aims in communication. In Figure 3, the chart of the comparison is presented. As with the previous selected semantic fields, some typical words have been chosen in order to compare how many of them are hyperboles. The following words have been selected, such as enormous, endless, gigantic, huge, vast, nearly, and almost. They have all been found in the text in order to count how many of them are used in a hyperbolic way. The results are as follows. Hyperboles have been defined as enormous is 33.3%, endless is 100%, gigantic is 100%, huge is 0%, vast is 0%, nearly is 13.8%, and almost is 19.2%. When we summed up all of these data, we have found that the percentage of the hyperboles which are formed with the most typical words describing degree of intensity is 19.67%. In this research article, we have been investigating such figures of speech as hyperbole. It has been seen that it is one of the most common stylistic devices, and because of its versatile functions, it has often been discussed by linguists. This study has been done in order to investigate and take a deeper look at different aspects of hyperbole's usage. Hyperbole has a considerable impact on our lives and can lead to different results in conversations. The significance of the research has been stated as an importance to observe some communicative situations in which hyperboles are often used. The current study has been done in order to understand the typical functions and features of hyperboles in the novel and to draw conclusions about their significance in our lives. The research article shows different features of hyperbole and ways of its realization. The study includes basic knowledge about hyperboles and their aims in the text of the novel To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. In the future, it will be possible to research hyperboles in other novels by Harper Lee, or to find out another classification of hyperbole and to compare the current results to the new ones. Thank you for your attention.